Hey guys, what's up? It's time to do a speed test comparison between the Tecno Camon 20 Pro versus the Xiaomi Redmi Note 12. And the Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 685 SoC. We have 6GB of RAM, while the Tecno Camon 20 Pro is powered by MediaTek Helio G99 SoC with 8GB of RAM. So on the back, we have a triple cameras on the Redmi Note 12 versus a dual cameras on the Camon 20 Pro. And the Camon 20 Pro has a 64 megapixel main camera. Then we have a 2 megapixel depth sensor, while on the Redmi Note 12 we have a 50 megapixel main camera. Then we have 8 megapixel ultra wide. Also we have a 2 megapixel macro, and the Redmi also has a IP53 water and dust resistance, which you don't find on the Camon 20 Pro. And the back of the Redmi is made up of plastic, while on the Camon we have a vegan leather finish, while other colors is give you a plastic bag. But I really like this vegan leather finish on this phone. And the frames on both phones is made up of plastic. We have in-display fingerprint scanner on the Camon 20 Pro, while the Redmi has fingerprint scanner inside the power button. So on the bottom we have our USB-C with headphone jack on the Camon 20 Pro, which you also find on the Redmi Note 12 on the top. And both phones also has a stereo speakers. So very excited to see that how much difference between the Camon 20 Pro versus the Redmi Note 12, because both phones comes almost in the same price tag here in the Pakistan market. So now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Logos came up first on the Camon 20 Pro. Redmi, it is way behind always in that area. Android 13 on both phones, iOS version 13 versus MIUI 14. Let's see which one will faster. So the Camon 20 Pro is faster, as you can see. So the Camon 20 Pro is done when it comes to booting up. Redmi is way behind, as you can see. Huge difference when it comes to booting up. And now the Redmi it is also done. So you can see we have 5 or 6 second difference between these devices when it comes to booting up. And guys, now let's talk about the displays between these devices. And the Camon 20 Pro has a 6.67 inch Full HD Plus AMOLED with 120Hz refresh rate. Also we have a center punch hole on the top, while the Redmi Note 12 also has a 6.67 inch Full HD Plus AMOLED with 120Hz refresh rate. Also we have a center punch hole on the top, and the bottom chin it is actually much smaller on the Camon 20 Pro. So guys, service is closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. Also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. So the first application I'm gonna launching is the phone dialer. That is much faster on the Camon 20 Pro. Next on the list is the settings, again faster on the Camon 20 Pro. And now let's go to the display on both phones. And both phones has a 120Hz refresh rate, as you can see, and you can also switch between from 120 to 90Hz all the way up to 60Hz. We also have auto option, which is not really optimized in my opinion, but we have 120Hz. Some more apps, Amazon shopping, slightly faster on the Note 12. So now let's see the scrolling in that area. Both phones is performed really smooth. 120Hz, it is a silky smooth, no jitters, anything like that. Now let's open this, and this time it is also very similar. So now check out some games application, and this way we should see a difference between the MediaTek Helio G99 SoC versus the Snapdragon 685. Let's see Candy Crush Saga, and Candy Crush it is slightly faster on the Camon 20 Pro, as you can see. Instagram, that is similar. Now let's see Pinout. Pinout it is slightly faster on the Camon 20 Pro. Snapchat, same result. Spotify, slightly faster on the Camon 20 Pro. Subway Surfer, so the MediaTek Helio G99 is showing its performance in every single app. Again, in the Subway Surfer you can definitely see a difference. We have 2 or 3 second difference. So let me show the speakers on both phones. Let me decrease the volume. So here is the Camon 20 Pro looks like. Max volume of course. And here is the Redmi. So the speakers it is miles better on the Redmi Note 12 has a lot more bass. It is much louder as compared to the Camon 20 Pro speakers. And now let's see temperament 2. In temperament 2, Camon 20 Pro is again taking the lead from the Redmi Note 12. In every single time Camon 20 Pro is done, Redmi it is also done. So you can see we have a 2 or 3 second difference. And now let's open this big game which is called as PUBG Mobile. So the Camon 20 Pro it is slightly faster as you can see. Also in that game we have smooth graphics with ultra frame rate on both phones. But I would say the gaming performance it is much better, much more stable on the Camon 20 Pro. And now let's open X, and that is again slightly faster on the Camon 20 Pro. And now let's open Z, and that one it is open up faster on the Redmi Note 12 as you can see. So now let's see the scrolling feels really smooth on both phones. 120 Hz it feels silky smooth, no issue whatsoever. So last I'm launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application. Let's see which one will faster. So now let's opening up the camera. So the Camon 20 Pro it open the camera faster. As far as the camera performance are concerned, I would say the camera performance it is slightly better on the Redmi Note 12. Now let's see the front facing camera. So the front facing camera it is actually much better on the Camon 20 Pro. It is much more sharper, much more better in terms of the colors wise I would say. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am using Chrome on both phones. Also we have same Wi-Fi network. So now let's open wikipedia.org. That is very similar. Scrolling feels really smooth, no issue whatsoever. Same thing with zooming out. So now let's open this, and that is slightly faster on the Redmi this time. Scrolling feels again very smooth as you can see. So next on the list is apple.com, slightly faster on the Camon 20 Pro this time. Scrolling feels smoother on the Camon 20 Pro, while on the Redmi I can see the jitters. So in heavy websites you can see the difference. 120 Hz it is not as stable as the Camon 20 Pro on the Redmi Note 12, but after some time it is also smooth. So now let's see RAM management on both phones. And guys, you know that I did the speed test between the Redmi Note 12 8GB of RAM versus the Redmi Note 12 6GB of RAM. Both phones is perform very identical in app opening speed as well as in the RAM management. So no difference between 6GB of RAM versus 8GB of RAM in my opinion. So let's see phone dialer, and that is seems like in-app refresh. Settings still there. Amazon shopping, and that is refresh. Let's see Candy Crush Saga, and that is refresh on the Redmi. Instagram, that is refresh. Let's see Pinout it is refresh on the Snapchat. That is seems like in-app refresh on both phones. Spotify, that is refresh completely. Subway Surfer, so refresh on the Redmi Note 12. In this speed test, Redmi Note 12 is performed really bad, while in my previous speed test with the 8GB of RAM, Redmi Note 12, the 6GB of RAM is performed excellent head to head with the 8GB of RAM variant. Let's see temperament 2, and that is refresh on the Redmi Note 12. Now let's see PUBG Mobile, and that is also refresh on the Redmi Note 12. X, Z, and that is in-app refresh. And last we're back to the internet browser, that is refresh on the Redmi Note 12. So guys, so what I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that, and the Camon 20 Pro overall is performed slightly faster in every single application, mostly in games. In games we even see a 3 or 4 second difference between these two devices. So in terms of the RAM device in that area, the Camon 20 Pro is performed excellent in the RAM management, while on the Redmi we have a lot of refresh, and both phones has 5000 mAh battery size. We have 33W fast charging on both phones. So that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Tecno Camon 20 Pro versus the Xiaomi Redmi Note 12. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos like this, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.